Good evening, everyone. Welcome to our Italian celebration, Celebrazione, the Bruin benefit. I am President David Steck, coming to you live from transformed Padua Franciscan Gymnasium. It looks incredible, yes? Yes. And as a huge thank you and congratulations to our platinum sponsor and recent Hall of Fame inductees, Kohler Financial Group, right, who are sponsors this evening. I'm so excited to be with you tonight. It has been a remarkable year, and to be together, whether live or at home, virtually is a true blessing. This is what live TV must feel like with an audience of 280 people. Welcome to the Late Night Show with David Steck. Tonight we have so much to celebrate. Most importantly, all the good that Padua Franciscan High School continues to help provide our students entrusted to us. It has already been an exciting 22 hours of bidding. Thank you so much for helping our Bruins families afford a Padua education and partnering with our mission of holiness and learning. This evening really is all for the kids. Here at Padua, the next 6 months will be extraordinary. Graduation in our own stadium, the 60th Jubilee Grand Reunion on June 4th. All Bruins are invited back this year, and it's going to be a loud summer. We have many summer projects, including the full renovation of our girls' locker room. 3 classrooms will be fully redone, including our learning support service classroom and a new technology lab. And we are also adding a stamped concrete Padua patio right outside the TK atrium for our students to have lunches and for us to have entertainment. The entire re-landscaping of the school will finally be complete and finish the Welcome Home project. And our students are outstanding. For instance, we just found out that our junior Alex Kwang received a perfect 36 on his ACT score. Great things are happening at the home of the Bruins. And I'm so excited for the next hour and a half. We have great raffles and incredible premier auction items to sell to the highest bidder. Thank you for being here. You are the ones that give me energy for this night, and your generous bidding over the last 22 hours has me full of gratitude. As true as that is, Padua families need your generosity tonight. As my friend Jim always says, give till it hurts and a little bit more. But it's easy because it's all digital, and we have great items. Your bids make a difference. Nothing is on sale, nothing. Please consider an overbid, because that money directly helps families to continue to be a part of Padua. Listen, this time will go very fast. We will have lots of fun, but it will be moving. All the items, both premier and silent, will close at 9 p.m. Again, everything closes at 9 p.m., little less than 40 minutes from now. So a little bit more than 40 minutes now. So let me give you some instructions. Pay attention, everything is closing at 9, everything that's for auction. Now is not the time to go to the bathroom. All bidding for the live auction premier items is done electronically through the GiveSmart app. We have both live and virtual bidders going on right now. All bidding happens through GiveSmart no matter where you are, at home or in the room. So do not call the school or my cell phone. Do not come up here. Do not stand up or throw a paddle at me, that will not work. And do not scream at the screen. Well, you can, but it won't work. Stay calm and continue to bid on the app, and you will see all the action right here. If you've ever been on eBay, you know what it's like to lose your item in the last moment. To ensure your best chances, I would suggest you use the auto bid feature on the app. Put the maximum amount you would willing to bid, and let the app automatically keep increasing to outbid someone else. You will be in the running to win, and the only person with the highest bid will be charged. Remember, there will be no last call or fair warning. At 9 p.m., whoever has the highest bid wins. At 9 o'clock, whoever has the highest bid will prevail, especially if it's an auto bid. If at 9 p.m. you make a bid and there is in place a higher auto bid, the computer will use that as the highest bid. If you really want something, make a high limit auto bid and you will have a best chance. You will only be charged what it minimally took to win. I'm now going to detail the premier items. As I'm talking, you are bidding on all 10 items. I will call out what I can. We're not closing these in order. They will all close at 9 p.m. What time? There. So new this year at home, you will see a combination of me talking, and then there will be several breaks to see videos of the Hall of Fame members. So let's go. How about this? Number 1001. Paul, come on up here. Paul? Donated by Paul 79 and Janine Iacobelli, the Sherwin-Williams Company has donated the Guardians Mega Loge for 20 people. And here's Paul to tell you a little bit more about it.
Good evening, everybody. I just want to tell you a little bit about the Sherwin-Williams Mega Loge that's been donated this evening to the event. It's directly behind home plate. It is a double loge, so it has seating for 20. They'll be hosted by myself and my wife, Janine. There's 3 dates that are available listed in the program, and it'll include adult beverages, food, drink. I'm sure it'll be a great time. So, Dave, take it away.
I appreciate your generosity. I think there's only 18 tickets. It's president and his wife. And no, I'm kidding. No, you have 20 tickets. So, again, something that's amazing. You should be bidding on this. I don't know what it's going for right now. What's it going for? 3,200? So that's a deal right now. So let's keep going with that. It certainly should be much, much higher than that. Number 1002 is the graduation seating for 12 guests. No rushing to graduation to save seats in the bleachers when you have reserved front section seating for 12 at Padua's 2022 graduation in Padua Stadium. You will be seated closest to the graduates on the track. They will process in just 10 feet from you. The best photo op includes closed special parking for 2. Let's make it 3 cars, right, in case you want to split it up. Graduation on our field, great for big family or go in with some friends. Such a special life event and the closest to the stage. Continue to bid on number 1002. Number 1003, the walking tour of Little Italy. This is donated by Barbara Snow and Pamela DeRosio Dean. We had a blast last year with the bikes and the chimerics. Little Italy, experts in food, wine, history, and culture, and a great dinner. It was so much fun. Your tour guide and former culinary instructor at Sur La Table, Barbara Snow, will accompany you, 5 friends, and Padua president and my wife for a 3.5-hour walking tour. One thing I've learned in Italy, you can't walk 3.5 miles and not eat or drink wine. So we're going to have a lot of fun on this event. The tour will begin at the Italian-American Museum, and it will go through the city, talk about the history, and we'll end up at Michelangelo's for a huge dinner. Donated again by Barbara Snow and Pamela DeRosio Dean. Wine will be a part of this whole thing. Please continue to bid. At this time, we want to take a break to live action and go back to the auction. At this time, the people at home will see a short video celebrating our Hall of Fame inductees this evening. We will be right back.
Five words to describe Father Bob.
I would say driven.
He is one of the most generous people you'd ever want to meet.
Tone, tenor, rigor, style.
Humble.
He's industrious.
He's the greatest showman.
Dynamic.
Leader, and you don't see those two together often. Humble, leader.
This guy's going to be something.
He's very resourceful.
Servant.
Visionary.
Faithful.
Open-minded.
And I think he's like MasterCard. He's everywhere.
Inspirational.
He's a Padua man from beginning to end.
And last, I would say friend.
You are a Catholic school principal's dream pastor. Beyond my wildest imagination, the things that we are able to do here at St. Ambrose School just amazing.
I don't think I ever met anyone with as much zeal, enthusiasm, dedication, hard work as he did.
Well, I know Father Bob because we worked together on the fest. I first met him because he contacted me here at the radio station and said, we have a vision to do something big where we can reach families all over Northeast Ohio and we can celebrate together regardless of your background, faith and family, and we can do it for free. And if you're interested, let's partner together.
Whether it was an evening to Borromeo or helping Bob being his right-hand man at St. Charles Carnival, we spent many, many a day together, and the highlights of my life. I consider him like a brother.
I was very happy when he was promoted to a pastor of St. Ambrose in Brunswick. He served there faithfully and with great distinction for 17 years because I started out there as a young priest, and I was always hoping that a really good priest would be sent there to take care of the people. Your first parish is always something special in your heart. And it's great for me to know that a son of St. Charles is taking care of St. Ambrose in Brunswick.
He has big vision and he helps bring things together like the church and the fest and everything else going on. But at the same time, he takes time to work with people. When they need to work with him, he works with them.
He always said, be the difference that makes a difference in someone's life. And Bob has lived his life that way without asking for anything in return.
One man's vision, inspired by the Holy Spirit, can change the world. It can take a field in Wycliffe or Cleveland and turn it into an incredible event that inspires tens of thousands of people each and every year. Or it can take a field in the Dominican Republic and turn it into dozens of homes for the poorest of the poor in the DR.
I think he knows more people than the president or anyone else, because whenever you wanted something to get done, he's the one who would get it done for you.
There's something, and I don't really know what the rule is, but I think you can't have 40,000 people at an event. It's a Homeland Security thing or something like that. And as the fest grew, you knew there were a lot of people there, and I would say, how many people were there? And I think he would say, well, there was 39,900 and something.
An incredible pastor, a great CEO, the epitome of a servant leader, and he's transformed thousands of lives in Cleveland, in Brunswick, in Ohio.
There is nothing that can't be done if Father Bob says we should try to do it.
So congratulations on this very deserving honor, and may God continue to bless you and all of the people that you serve.
All right, welcome back, people at home. We did nothing while you were gone. We were just here. 1004, enjoy an elegant dining experience on the train. Donated by Nomad Culinary Catering, Chris Kopschek, 10. Experience the luxury of the golden age of rail travel aboard dinner on the train. This 2-hour evening excursion is an experience to remember and a must-do. 8 passengers are treated to cocktail hour, a 4-course meal prepared by Executive Chef Chris Kopschek, complimentary bar service, and seating in a luxury first-class car. This is a perfect way to dine in sophisticated comfort. Depart from Rockside Station in Independence. It's an easy Uber drive, right? Must be 21 or over to ride. Nomad Culinary will also donate a bottle of Dom Perignon. That's a $200 bottle right there. To toast an experience in style. What a great anniversary. What a great birthday. What a great opportunity to bring your family together. The winner will have the option to choose the date and menu before tickets go on sale to the public. So we want to thank Nomad Catering once again for donating this. Number 1005, Lake Erie Private Marsh Duck Hunt. How about this? Donated by Joe Sugar, a great pad to a family. Give it away, Joe. Come on, give it away again. We thank Joe and Sandy and their son Joe. This is a great opportunity. It's an exclusive duck hunt. It's exclusive, understand that, to be shared by 2 hunters at Sweeney Marsh Inc.'s Private Duck Club just west of Port Clinton, Ohio. This is going to be like shooting in a barrel, isn't it? It should be easy. Located right in the middle of Premier Lake Erie Marsh Zone, your half-day duck hunt will take place from a modern pit blind surrounded by flooded corn, buckwheat, and millet. It will include a professional hunting guide, trained retriever, and transportation to and from the duck blind on ATVs. The morning hunt from 7 to 11 will include a full breakfast, hopefully duck, and an afternoon hunt from 2 to 4:30 will include hors d'oeuvres. Must be used on weekdays only during the 2022 Ohio waterfowl season. You will need to purchase your hunting license. State and federal waterfowl stamps and steel shot shells are required by law. It's Franciscan as long as you eat the duck. Thanks again, Joe and Sandy for this donation. Next. All right, so we did so well last year, we brought it back once again. These items have been so much fun to watch. It's our rare bourbon selection. It is a super hot commodity. It's 1006 Colonel E.H. Taylor Jr. You get all 4 bottles. All 4 bottles. The straight rye, the barrel proof uncut, unfiltered. Too loud. E.H. Taylor Jr. small batch and Taylor Jr. single barrel. This is hard to find and such deep flavor. The coolest bottles on your shelf. You'll be the envy of your friends. It's a great special birthday gift, and congratulations. You can give it out as gifts to 4 different people. So be the envy of all who you receive that to. It is well worth over $1,500. So it's a great opportunity and an extremely rare, hard to find. Donated again by Dana and Cara Banyas, who have always been great at finding these bottles. I don't know how they find them. Don't know how they find them. More bourbon. Number 1007 is the Van Winkle Special Reserve 12-year-old Lot B. Also donated by Dana and Cara Banyas. Don't pass this on this Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey. Distilled, aged, and bottled by Old Rip Van Winkle Distilleries, Frankfort, Kentucky. You cannot find these things. Very hard to find and to buy. It's a special opportunity. Remember, this is for the kids. This isn't for the kids, but what you're bidding is for the kids. It'll be a special moment with friends. It was an honor to drink this with my brother-in-law Chris last year. The moment was the memory. The moment was the memory. So let's continue to bid on that. Donated again by Dana and Cara Banyas. We're going to take another break. At this time, the people at home will see a short video celebrating another Hall of Fame inductee this evening, and we will be right back in 2 and 2. I always wanted to do that.
So you couldn't have given this award to a more deserving person, and I'm not just saying that because I'm her husband, but because she is the most selfless person I've ever met.
I have been blessed to have known Heather for more than 30 years now.
Heather and I met 8 years ago, and I was interviewing for a job with Avient, and we immediately clicked. Instant friends.
She was a spirited cheerleader on and off the field. Whether you needed to laugh or cry, she's the friend that you wanted by your side.
What stands out for me most is Heather is always willing to help and do it with a happy, giving heart.
She serves on the board at Padua and the Neighborhood Alliance. She supports the United Way.
Heather Scaglione has been a member of our board of directors for a number of years and took on the role as board chair in 2019.
She took the concept of Christmas for others and made it an everyday, lifelong mission.
From volunteering her time to helping support our events, to being a sounding board as we work through the challenges of the ongoing pandemic.
Humble, genuine, generous, kind, positive. I mean, if you would look up in the dictionary under any of these words, we'd probably see Heather's smiling face.
A few years ago, we went to Universal Studios. She is deathly afraid of roller coasters. There was one there called the Incredible Hulk that I wanted to go on very, very badly. So she stood in line with me, and the closer we got, the more she started shaking. So I asked her if she wanted to get out of line and I could just go by myself. And she hung in there, and we actually finished the ride. Just goes to prove how far Heather will go out of her way to make sure everybody else is happy and puts her needs last.
All of my children adore her. They are Auntie Red. When they had grandparents stay at school and theirs couldn't make it, Heather stepped in and showed up.
Because of her giving heart, positive attitude, and genuine interest in developing and caring for our younger generation.
She's taken on a key leadership role in supporting our organization and continues to help us strive to be our best.
She mentors young women interested in science. I'm convinced that her heart is made of pure gold and she leaves a piece of it everywhere she goes.
I see on a daily basis how much she gives of herself to friends, family, and total strangers.
Heather, congratulations. Well deserved.
Hi Heather, congratulations. I'm so proud of you. I love you, honey.
Your service to Padua, to the community, to all of us, congratulations. This is your day.
To my beautiful godmother, the coolest person I know, I am so happy that you're being recognized for all of your amazing gifts today.
You are so amazing and so deserving of this award. The way you give wholeheartedly to everyone you meet.
Congratulations, hon. I love you.
Shine on, golden girl. The world needs you.
The Megaloach is at 4,700. The graduating seating needs to be better. We're only at 450. More to go to grad space. That'd be great. The walking tours at 1,200 in Little Italy. Dinner on the train, 2,900. Duck hunting at 2,100. Pino E.H. Taylor is at 3,000. Over Van Winkle 12 is at 1,500. Dinner with the President, 1,250. That's a deal. The Blue Green Resort is at 1,100. That's a beautiful, beautiful place. I'll talk a little bit about it more. Time for a vacation is at 2,300. That's a development.
You want to come back? All right, going back to live. 5, 4.
Clap it
3.
in. All right, everyone, welcome back to Celebrazione. Before I move forward, we're going to announce the $3,000 tuition voucher ticket winner, and I was given that during the break. Congratulations goes to Father Bob Steck. You won the tuition voucher. Congratulations. I want to take a moment to verbally thank our sponsors. Platinum title sponsor Kohler Financial Group, the Diamond sponsors Jim and Debbie Gaydosh and Value Capital Advisors, class of 78. Jim, right? Congratulations, thank you for that. The Gentner Family Fund, thank you for your donation. Gold sponsors in Iacobelli and Sala and the Kurtz family. Silver sponsors Ron and Marianne Jajitsky and family, Loyal and True Foundation, and the Steck family. Thank you for your donation. And our bronze sponsors, Chuck and Marilyn Bart, Michael 74, and Eileen Beal, Friends of Padua, Nick and Beth Ifiola, and Joe and Sandy Scherger, David 65 and Allison Knowles, Heather Ross 89 and David Scaglione, the Sherwin-Williams Company, and United Catholic Federal Credit Union. Thank you for your sponsorships. So let's keep going. Remember, 9 p.m. is just 18 minutes away. So if you're going to make your final bids, you're going to keep bidding, make sure you're staying on top of where your items are at. So the 1008 is another dinner with the President. Again, enjoy a very special evening at Padua Franciscan High School. Chef Chris, class of 2010, and his team will prepare a delicious feast for 10 people. The evening will begin by savoring a bottle of champagne, followed by appetizers, drinks, dinner, dessert, and a spirited conversation with President Dave Steck and my wife Beth. Includes a private tour of the school and $200 in Bruin Shop gift certificates. Tour includes warts and all, history down memory lane. We will have a great lot of fun, and I own the saber. Please, to be scheduled for a mutual agreed upon date. Number 1009 is the Shenandoah Crossings donated by Ed 65 and Judy Campo Benedetto. The Blue Green Resorts, Shenandoah Crossing. Enjoy 7 nights at the beautiful Blue Green Resort Shenandoah Crossing in Virginia. Includes a 2-bedroom, 1-bath deluxe cabin with full kitchen, located on over 1,000 acres of rolling hillside and lush pasture lands that encompass a scenic 60-acre lake. Shenandoah Crossing is the perfect place to stay for those who love the outdoors. The resort combines an old country estate and the horse farm with acres of wilderness in a pristine area that lies just beyond Shenandoah Valley. Sites nearby include Civil War battlefields, Colonial Williamsburg, Civil War Museum, at the Exchange Hotel, University of Virginia Historic Court Square, and Michi Tavern, Monticello, Montpelier, Shenandoah's Natural Park, antique stores, boutiques, wineries, and vineyards. must be used from October 15th to the 22nd, 2022. Again, donated by Ed and Judy Campo Benedetto. Sounds like just an absolute incredible place for you to be. And 1010, it's time for a vacation. Donated by Donna Ross, 89, director of our My Track program. Who doesn't want to go to Florida after all this? Enjoy a 2-bedroom, 1 king, 2 queen, 2-bath condo for 1 week at Holiday Inn Club Vacations. Orange Lake Resorts in Kissimmee, Florida. Orange Lake Resorts is convenient to Orlando area theme parks. Rest in the beautiful accommodations and enjoy 9 or 18 holes of golf, mini golf, tennis, water sports, arcade games, multiple pool, lazy river, and much more. If Orlando isn't your hotspot, you can pick another Holiday Inn Club Vacation resort instead, including Desert Club Resort Las Vegas, New Orleans Resort New Orleans, Sunset Cove Resort Marco Island, South Beach Resort Myrtle Beach, Scotland Resort in Scottsdale, Scottsdale Resort in Scottsdale, or Smoky Mountain Resort Gatlinburg, and many more. This is an absolute perfect post-COVID vacation and is very needed for many of us. And this provides a safe way to do it. Again, donated by Donna Ross, class of 89. We have just a little bit under 14 minutes to go. Our last break is going to happen right now. I'll be right back. You do not want to miss the last part of our event. Our most important work is still to be done, including a student presentation, our Fund to Bruin, and the enormous 50-50 drawing. It's not too late to get those tickets.
All right, Joan, we've got to come up with something for Brother Tom's tribute. I know. How about some funny stories you remember about Brother Tom?
I love funny stories. Okay, and I have so many about him. Okay,
yeah.
here's one. Do you remember the time that Brother Tom took Tina Dorsey into the...
No, don't tell that one. No, a different one. Try a different one.
Brother Tom, Smitty, E.T.
Brother Tom was with us, and he let the biology bunny...
No.
In all the years I've known VT, certainly he has been a man that's been filled with so much joy, possessed a great deal of genuineness, and above all, been so very approachable.
Now, of course, around Padua, BT is known as the guy who always has a joke and is always ready to share some fun.
I think the problem with a lot of the best stories about Brother Tom, they're better told in like small groups, your friends. So what can we say about him?
Okay, I got one. This one's good. So Brother Tom, I'll bet you didn't know, created the Christian life courses that we teach today.
You helped with recruiting, you taught Christian life, you were our librarian, yearbook advisor, campus minister.
And in that Christian life course, he put 5 weeks on St. Francis, St. Anthony, St. Clair.
He wanted them to know Francis because about Francis could help the kids form attitudes and values as they became adults.
You know, that was really critical at that time when the number of friars here was declining, and we wanted to really make sure that the kids understood what it means to be Franciscan.
You shared your Franciscan spirit with your kindness, generosity, and willingness to help others.
When difficulties arose, folks were comfortable to turn to BT and ask for his help.
He loves that feeling of sharing interests, attitudes, and goals that cause people to feel appreciated and connected.
I've always found him to be somebody that truly embodies what it means to be a Franciscan, to have a great and joyful heart about himself.
He transformed campus ministry. When he became campus minister, went from a small group of kids doing a few things to well over 200 students involved in all sorts of campus ministry activities. In fact, did you know that Brother Tom got approval from Rome for Padua High School to have the very first secular Franciscan youth group in the United States?
It isn't hard to see that he generally welcomes people to be new friends who soon become old friends.
All the dinners we shared, the students' weddings we attended and danced at, your 25th celebration as a friar.
I really don't know anybody who's impacted the school as much as Brother.
And I don't know anyone who gets invited back to so many weddings and christenings and parents and former students.
Because of his sense of joy,
Because of his sense of community,
because of his welcoming hospitality,
because of his spirituality and his love of St. Francis, the best way to describe Brother Tom Smith is to simply say he is truly Franciscan.
And so certainly it is a privilege to congratulate him and to honor him as he enters the Padua Hall of Fame.
And you will always be Padua's favorite friar.
He is a kind soul, and Padua is a better place because of him.
Congratulations, BT.
(440) 884-7042. That's the number to Kohler Financial Group. Now, why do I know that? Because as I grew up with the Kohler family, that was their family home phone number.
When I think of the Kohlers, I actually think of family. Mrs. Kohler and Mr. Kohler were a part of Boy Scouts, and she was my den mother.
You know, they're St. Charles born. Donna grew up right down the street on Wilbur Avenue, attended our grade school. They started their business at a house on Wilbur.
That phone number, knowing that phone number, knowing that they used their home phone number and kept it the same all their years, all their life, gives you everything you need to know about the Kohler family.
The Kohler Financial Group is an incredible institution. I know they're celebrating, I think, 50 years this year.
It's a company that's small enough to give you personal care, but large enough to know what they're talking about.
Faith, family, community, service, God. For the Kohler family, that's all one.
I think everyone knows about their commitment to Catholic education here at St. Charles as well as at Padua High School.
First of all, they are Franciscan. They absolutely care about what we do here.
You've worked hard over the years. You've given of your time and your finances to make Padua what it is today.
I'd be hard-pressed to think of anyone who has invested more of themselves and their resources in making sure that Catholic education was available to those who need it.
They're just amazing people, and again, I've had the blessing of growing up with the whole family, watching their family evolve, watching their business evolve, and they've never lost their roots.
When we were in Cub Scouts together, you know, Mr. Kohler was an engineer, and so every time we get to Pinewood Derby, you know, that car beat everybody by, I think it was created at NASA. So, you know, they're a very highly competitive group, and they like to win in a positive way, a good way. It helps them to be great.
I've had my share of weddings and baptisms within that crew. Sometimes you wonder what happens after somebody leaves the church, but not in the case of the Kohlers.
They're very, very mindful of the blessings of God in their life, and they use those blessings. They always have.
I must say I admire them, and it's not the talk, but it's walking the walk, and they've certainly done that in their own lives, witnessing to their Catholic faith in tragic circumstances, as well as in the good days.
So I want to thank you very much from my perspective as President Emeritus, who worked with you for 8 years, and in a special way to Jerry, who made me wear my habit all the time.
Certainly a well-deserved honor. And whenever there's a Hall of Fame somewhere, the Kohler Financial Group ought to be considered.
Sincerely, thank you for who you are as people, but also thank you for caring for Padua Franciscan High School and partnering with this mission.
They know what God has given them, and they use that wonderfully to take care of God's work, God's people, their family, your family, the Padua family, now and forever.
You have made us better, and for that, you deserve this honor. Congratulations. Well, welcome back, everyone. Again, we only have just a few minutes left before all of the auction items are closed. So if you're not bidding, you're probably being outbid. And if you haven't put in an auto bid for a high number, don't be surprised if you get outbid in the last minute. It has been an incredible night so far, and I don't want you to lose that item just for a few dollars. So remember that we're asking you to do this not for our own selves, but certainly for financial aid for our students. Remember, you're doing so much more than buying things. You're helping a student to be a Bruin, and what a better gift than that. And God always blesses your gifts. So I truly believe that when you give, we receive back so many more fold. So we have just about, I believe, a minute to go before everything is going to close. I'm going to watch my timer here on the clock. There's a couple last chances to get involved. The Mega Loge is at 47. Well, maybe it's not. It might be more. You got to keep returning. The Mega Loge is at 4,700. The walking tour at 12. Dinner on the train 29. Last chance. Colonel E.H. Taylor's at 32. Old Rip Van Winkle's at 1,800. Last chance to get these items, everyone. Just about 30 seconds. I'm watching Eric for his signal. Last chance for you to get those bids in. If you're losing, you're losing. If you're winning, you're winning. One last chance. And we're closed. We're closed. Last bids have been taken. Thank you, everyone. Give yourselves a round of applause. It's been an incredible 24 hours of bidding, and we're excited to see how all that turned out. Thank you so much. So I'll need your attention here for the last part of this. It's time to switch some gears. If I could have your attention, please. I want you to know how much my heart is full of joy at your generosity so far. Over my 26 years here at Padua, so many people, I'm gonna have to yell at my brothers, told me about how important their Padua experience has been to them, that they know they are a part of our Bruin family, that they are loved, known, and never alone. As I do, they love this school. Those are the feelings that make this evening so important. People are transformed by Padua. Tuition next year is $13,550. That is a major sacrifice for many of our families. It continues to be a very difficult financial decision for so many of our families. But what we do together tonight is the answer. We need to raise $150,000 to cover financial aid tonight. And anything above that will go to the Forever Friar Scholarship started last year. To ensure Padua forever is why that scholarship was created. Please help me make this dream for our families a reality. At this time, I'm going to ask you to be quiet as I introduce our senior Benny Frostino, class of 2022. I have had the honor to know Benny over the past 4 years as a student and in MedTrack, and as the class president all 4 years. He is a remarkable young man, a man of faith and strength, a real Bruin. Ladies and gentlemen, Benny Frostino.
good evening, everyone. How's everyone doing tonight? And of course, I mean, this goes without saying, I do want to begin by thanking you all for coming to this year's Bruin benefit in support of students like myself and prospective students that are going to come to Padua. It goes without saying that your generosity cannot be overstated, and I wouldn't be standing here if it weren't for the people like you, so thank you again. And going along with tonight's event, I was asked today to share my story with you all, which is a story of growth in mind, body, and soul at Padua Franciscan. Now, I've known about this speech for nearly 2 months. I've had ample times of running through everything I want to say in my head, how I want to say it, how I want to share my narrative, gone over and over and over. And about 4 days ago, President Steck had asked me if we could meet up one final time to get on the same page about tonight's event. I said, yeah, absolutely. I mean, sounds like a plan, that's great. My doc had 50 words on it. Now granted, what you're hearing right now is my 8th draft, and that's not a result of senioritis or procrastination, but I just genuinely could not figure out how to encapsulate the experience I've had in these past 4 years. And to be frank with you all, I still don't think I've done it. And I'd say this is perhaps the toughest assignment I've gotten these last 4 years, but I digress. So as Mr. Steck said, my name's Frostino, and I'm a current senior as part of the class of 2022. I've been the president of my class for all 4 years. I'm part of Bloodmobile. And our school blood drives, National Honor Society, Latin Club, the Student Ambassador Program, track and field, and I'm captain of the tennis team. Now, pay no mind to the injury down here from tennis. I said I was captain, I didn't say I was good. Now, looking ahead in the future, next year, I'll be attending the University of Notre Dame in South Bend, Indiana. With the intent to major and study neuroscience and behavior with a minor in compassionate care and medicine. Now, this price tag was made achievable through receiving only one of 26 merit scholarships offered by Notre Dame, along with separate university scholarships to total it. This will all be done through the Scholars Program and the Glynn Family Honors Program track to graduate with a research thesis and honors degree in neuroscience and behavior. Now that's all the boring stuff. And of course, this is all exciting and invigorating news, but I can't help but hold some sense of urgency. My dedication to the brain and its functions are not a result of Grey's Anatomy, but it's rather what I call this metaphorical bomb in my family. And it's been there for a while. And the issue is that there's no telling when or if it's going to go off. And if it does, like it has before, I would consider my mission failed. In my own words, I call it the longest goodbye. Alzheimer's and brain cancers have plagued my family tree. And it's a really unique type of aching that comes with reintroducing yourself to the ones you love the most. There's a new sense of loss before it occurs when suddenly you become the stranger. And it's a curious thing to be taught all your life and suddenly assume the role of a teacher. You become responsible for all the warnings that you were told. Look both ways when you cross the street, swallow when you've completely chewed your food, and don't wander out of the house without telling someone first. In this life, or so I believe, you want to be loved so much that you're remembered. But that feeling is nowhere to be found when a soul dies, but the body lives on. Now, I'm not oblivious to following trends and pedigrees, and my worry doesn't fall for myself, but for my mom. It's been me, her, and my brother Nick versus the world, and we came out of turmoil together and rebuilt from the bottom. And I constantly live in fear that one day in the future, I'll have to reintroduce myself to her. I consider this the pinpoint of both my passion for science and medicine. I vowed to work until I'm blue in the face to make sure that that doesn't happen. But 4 years ago, I just did not have the skills to lead me down the path that I felt I needed to be. There are pieces missing to the puzzle, like kindness, compassion, empathy, communication. I came to Padua as a freshman for the MedTrack program. It's a 4-year advanced science track focused on helping students explore and prepare for careers in healthcare, combining advanced coursework, experiences, and integrating a faith-filled approach to medicine. I always call it the pre-med of Padua. I knew I could handle the rigor, but it was clear from very early on that it was much more than that. Could I interview? Could I practice bedside manner? Or for the bare minimum in 2018, could I speak? Freshman year, yikes. If you had asked me a question or you tried to hold a conversation with me 4 or more years ago, there would be no eye contact, there would be no response longer than 6 words, there would be no smile, and maybe that's because I had some bright turquoise braces to accompany my teeth. But all in all, unhappy at that time really doesn't even come close to describing both how I felt and the type of person I was, and I say that without even some hyperbole. I had no sense of grounding to grow into the type of person I wanted to be. I ate 1 meal a day, I never slept, and I lost sight of all the color in the world that there really was. Of course I had a support system right in front of me, but I blocked it out and I failed to utilize it. As a teen, I wanted to be independent, and I wanted to avoid the fact that maybe what I needed most was some guidance and mentorship. I joke with Mr. Duraco all the time about my past self. I'm sure he can attest that 2018 me was a different beast. But regardless, a lot of work had to be done, and a lot of learning had yet to take place. I wanted to get there, but I needed a transformation. I always believed that one must work with unrelenting vigor and unrestricted belief that anything is possible. Change leads to disappointment if it's not sustained. Transformation is sustained change, and it's achieved through practice. Transformation is about asking how we must change and learn to achieve our targets. Deacon Litt may be here with us tonight, who is both my honors math analysis and my current AP Calculus BC teacher. I'll say it time and time again that math never clicked or became easy for me until I was graced by his teaching style. And I don't bring up Deacon Litt to talk about calculus, though I know you all want to hear about it, but rather a small and nuanced moment that I'm sure he's forgotten about all this time. I always loved to wear a shirt and tie to school, and every tie in my closet has been the same length, perfectly knotted since the day that they were bought. And what's my secret? You never undo your ties after you're done wearing them. Keep the knot in place, and if you don't, you're in trouble, because I don't know how to tie a tie. But I never had anyone teach me, and nor do I have someone at home or a second figure with experience to do so. My brother's away at Miami University, my mom's not an avid tie wearer, and Lucy, our Jack Russell Terrier, ends the list for that. Now, right before an event, the knot in my tie had come undone. I decided to ask Deacon Litt for his help, and I have to say I was a little bit embarrassed. What guy doesn't know how to tie a tie? Of course, he didn't say anything or poke fun at me, but I still felt a little shame. And unsurprisingly, he did it with ease. His dad must have taught him well. I watched him do it so simply and effortlessly. I went home that night and I practiced on my collection of ties. I think I got the hang of it, right? Sure, through calculus, I can tell you how to take an integral, and I can tell you how I find a limit to infinity of a function, and I can tell you the rate at which grain is leaking out of a farmer's silo. But I also know how to tie a tie. Now I know how to get ready for interviews. I know how to feel confident at formal events. And I know not to be embarrassed for not having gotten that skill like everyone else. It's one step forward. Now I dearly wish Mrs. Crater was here in person to join us tonight. I owe her a lifetime of debt of gratitude for the wisdom and faith she's bestowed upon me. My favorite piece of her advice being, don't drink out of a cowboy boot, otherwise you'll get meningitis. Does anyone have any new plans for my Sunday night? Because now they're canceled. There are 2 moments with her that I'll never forget. Honors biology freshman year. I had found an opportunity at the Cleveland Clinic main campus downtown to assume the role of a junior ambassador for a summer. It was a tough applicant pool, and being a freshman at the time, my resume had not yet been built up. I really didn't think I had that much of a chance, but I wanted it. I asked around, I paced in circles, came to her for an opinion. She said, "Frostino, just do it." And so I did, and that sentence alone is the reason I worked over 120 hours at the clinic, varying in leukemia, orthopedics, endoscopy, ICU, ophthalmology. It's the reason I walked away with an award from the clinic for service, and it's the reason I was able to scrub into 3 surgeries at 16 and stabilize a diabetic foot for an amputation. It's the reason I learned what grief was, what empathy meant, and why I need to appreciate my own life a little bit more. It's another step forward. Honors anatomy and physiology junior year. Same deal, but different circumstances. I told her about another opportunity I found to perform research at Case Western Reserve University all by myself. This time, the competition was much harder. She said, "Oh, I'll get you in." I was like, "Okay." And her letter did its magic like it always does. Because of her and because of that, I was able to step into the world of science, perform my own self-driven research at Case. I went in uneasy and doubtful of my abilities to work at such a high level, but I had a pep talk with Mrs. Crater, and I walked out 2 months later with my first manuscript entitled A Pathway Enrichment Analysis of Genes That Modify Tobacco Smoking Risk for Multiple Sclerosis. And also from that doubt, and then from that new ambition that I found, won the Cleveland Clinic Scholar Recognition and the Mark A. Smith Outstanding Research Achievement Prize recognizing scientific merit. This meant that the concluding data in the project was both noteworthy enough to continue and pursue and is still in use and study at the clinic and Case today. More steps forward. In Miss Bilancini's English class, I learned the masterful structure of the Odyssey, how to write a soliloquy, but I also learned how to attack my interviews with Northwestern, Notre Dame, and Stanford. From Mr. Coutinho's AP chemistry class, I can tell you the kinetic equilibrium of a reaction and how many atoms are in a sample of matter, but I can also turn stress into a study tool and become a chemistry tutor for underclassmen. From Mrs. Olkowski, I learned that saying good morning every day makes a difference. From Mr. DeRocco, how to have a firm handshake for business. From Mr. Steck, to check up on people every so often. From Mrs. Oles, to believe in myself. Miss D'Angelo, to be able to laugh when times are tough. Dr. Gorbach, to think like a scientist. Mrs. Grabowski, that medicine lacks and needs good-hearted people. There are occupational teachers at this school, and there are teachers. These are people that exemplify and lead by image what it means to care for others like their own. And so here I am at the end of this 4-year journey, enough steps forward to walk me across the stage in a few weeks with a cap and gown as the person I always wanted to be. I know kindness here because I've been given it. I know respect because I felt it. And I know love because I see it in this room right here. What you're all doing tonight is exemplary of love and generosity. I'm firm in my belief that I would not be able to go to Padua to have this transformation that I just shared with you, or to have these victories without people like you who made it possible. I want it to be known that I could not have flourished in mind, body, or soul without all of you. And for that, I hope to continue the foundation and stamina you've given me and make you proud. Thank you all so much.
Padua education has come a long way. It's extraordinary. What an inspiration and message for us all that we just received from the class president of a class of 2022. Please give him another round of applause. He's sort of smart, huh? Yeah. I cannot wait to see what God has in store for you, Benny, and for us. You're a great Bruin. You're amazing. You know, there's no doubt that what we do here is transformational. And these last couple years, as well as the state of our world today, has hit our families hard. Your generosity has helped us through the year, thanks to your gifts to the Bruin Big Give and Franciscan Fund. But there's a continued need. We have families who need our help, people like Benny who need to come here. Like I said, I would love to raise $200,000 tonight for financial aid and to strengthen the Forever Friar Fund. The good news is that through the generosity of many already, we're at $70,000. So we're just about there. Now we're blessed because we can help, and that is what the Padua family does. We come together when others need help. So please help now. Perhaps you made unsuccessful bids during this auction. Maybe you were bidding on watches and jewelry and you had a certain amount you were willing to spend. Would you please consider giving that money to make a real difference in the lives of these children we serve? I'm going to ask you just to give. There's no gift to take home with this. The reward will be your joy you receive, knowing you've helped a family stay at Padua, to provide a child with the most transformative gift, a Padua Franciscan education. If Padua has touched your heart or helped you or your family become who you are, I would tell you that now is the time to give back. If not now, when? Please help me say yes to a child and fund a Bruin. On the app, find an amount you're willing to give and click on that button. You can give anonymously or let your name shine on our screen. $115,000 is where we are at. Please help us reach this goal. Though I would love to go past it, who will join others by giving a full tuition? I've received 3 full tuitions already tonight. $13,150. Can you give those donations? Jim, thank you. Thank you. Clap. You can make a gift as an individual, a family, a group, or business. Could you help me at the Bruin family at a $10,000 gift? Who can give me $10,000? Continue to push those buttons. God bless you. We're at $136,000 right now. This is amazing. Please, 149. We're almost there. Who can help at the $6,500 gift? A half a tuition. A half a tuition. Who could possibly give me that? How about at the $3,000 level? We have $3,000 from Marianne Jajitsky, right? What a beautiful gift. We have $5,000 from Sarah Polo. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you. Clap for these people who are giving to the school. Lori Grabowski, $500. Thank you, Lori. Thank you so much. How about $1,000? Who can give $1,000? Aaron, thank you so much for that gift. Who can give $500? If you can give $500 tonight, that would help so many people. We're up just about 165. Kelly, thank you so much for that gift. Or at the $250 values, that what you can give. Can you help me to help these students continue to do great? We're at $175,000, everyone. This is beautiful. Thank you, Ed. Thank you for the $1,000. Michael, thank you. Thank you so much. This is just a beautiful thing. And I want everybody to be a part of this. I want this miracle to be a part of your life. If you can give $100, please give $100 to Padua Franciscan High School. Give to people like Benny and the families who continue to need this. We're going to continue this for just a little bit longer, but this is a miracle happening. We've already got the 150. Now it's going into the Forever Friar Scholarship. Father, started in your honor, right? So we continue to do that. Thank you, Caitlin. Appreciate that so much. Thank you so much for all this. Anne Marie, thank you so much. What a gift. Just a beautiful, beautiful community. It's an absolute miracle. We're going to continue to watch it, and I'm hoping that it hits $200,000. Thank you so much, everyone. This is a miracle. You're a part of the miracle. Thank you, Mike. Thank you for that gift. John, thank you so much. I need to thank everyone tonight. Now, I want to thank our platinum sponsors. I want to thank our diamond sponsors and all who gave to this program, Kohler Financial Group and the Gaydosh and Value Capital Advisors, the Gentner family. Thank you, Bob. Continue with the gold sponsors, Jacobellis and Salas. Thank you for being here. And the Kurtz family. All these families are so important. We're so close. $194,000. Here's a $13,150 anonymous gift. Thank you so much, Anonymous. I love that person. Thank you, David. Silver sponsor, Ron and Marianne Jajitsky and family and Loyal and True Foundation, the Steck family. Thank you for being here tonight. The bronze sponsors of the Barts and the Beals, Friends of Padua, the Ifiolas and the Schergers. These are names that I care about and love. Knowles, Scaglione, and thank you Sherwin-Williams Company for being a part of this, as well as United Kingdom. I think we're going to make it. I'm pretty close. You know, I give thanks to God for you. I want to thank the Board of Trustees for help, guidance, and incredible generosity. Thank you, Dino. I want to thank the Franciscan Friars for all their work and support. Give them a round of applause. So good to have brown robes. My mission leadership team. I know. You're going to tell me something. You have good news. This is Gianna, everyone.
Hi, Mr. Sir. Go ahead, Mr. Brody would like to donate $25,000 to Paddle Franciscan. On behalf of myself and the whole Paddle Franciscan community, we want to say thank you.
Thank all of them. Thanks very much, Rob.
And everyone else for being here tonight and your generous donations, because just like Benny Frostino said, transformations don't happen without people like you, so thank you.
That was not planned. I'm the president. I don't like things to be surprises. We have a 50-50 drawing, don't we? Do we know what that is? Well, because it could help with this, theoretically. It did last year, right, Lori? I'll keep saying thank yous until I get the announcement. I want to thank also my mission leadership team, Bob DiRocco, Anne-Marie Fratteri, Steve Suding, Rachel DiGirolamo, James Leonard, Anne-Marie DiPaolo. It is an absolute joy to lead this school with you. I love working with you both, and you love this school so much. I want to thank our administrative team. You're watching this like I am, aren't you? I feel like Jerry Lewis. I want to especially thank Bob DiRocco and his team, Elizabeth Ole-Smith, Mary Zolkowski, Chris Jajiski, Matt Harley and Campus Ministry, Amanda Ortiz-Burns and Andy Schumann, and our counseling staff, Tammy Plaster, Mark Wozniak, the entire Fine Arts Department. Hello Girls was phenomenal. The jazz band's phenomenal. I want to thank Kevin Lee and the AD staff and our coaches for all their work that they do. But ultimately, I want to thank our teachers. You are absolute heroes. You work so hard to deliver on the highly prepared promise, and our entire staff is unbelievable. I also want to thank our administrative assistants and office staff, our maintenance department helped with so much of this, and of course our students for being great Bruins and living the Bruin way every day. Thank you, Bernadine. God bless you. That's a touching moment, right? Yeah. Doesn't get old, I probably promise you that. And of course, our students for being great Bruins and living a Bruin way every day. They make this easy to do. They make this absolutely easy to do. I'm proud to say we have 197 incoming freshmen next year at Padua Franciscan High School. Our community is blessed and it's growing. Padua is alive and well and strong, and it's because of people like you who gave us $211,000 tonight in gift, in only gift. You are all a part of that. In a special way, I want to thank our Bruin Benefit Committee and Amy DeMarco for their enormous amount of work, and the whole institutional advancement team. This was an extraordinary night and a real team effort. Amy, Rachel, Stephanie, Anne-Marie, Nancy, Andrea, and Katie, thank you for what you've done. To my executive assistant, Elaine, for always caring about me and doing what is needed. Rebecca Simna for the video creations, Eric Simna and A440, expertise streaming and lights and all of this stuff, right? He did an incredible job in his team. And of course, my wife, Beth. I love you very much. She puts up with a lot, as you can imagine. Thank you, Bruin family. You were a part of something very special tonight. Do you feel that? Do you feel that? Hold on to it, because you made a real difference. If you're here, you can take your items with you if you won. The pickups of items will be at Padua this Monday from 5 to 7 p.m. at the main entrance. You just pull up, and we'll bring you your item to your car. Otherwise, we will contact our winning bidders for other arrangements if necessary. For some of you, please walk safely to your bedrooms tonight. For the rest of us, there is a dessert and coffee bar. If you're a Bruin, stand up. If you're a Bruin, stand up. Stay standing. You represent unending loyalty. That is what you do. Your Franciscan heart is strong, and the generosity that you have keeps this ministry alive and well. And I cannot thank you enough. May God bless our world with peace, especially in Ukraine. May God bless you, keep you safe. Remember, all the Bruins, you are never alone, because you are always a Bruin and you're always welcome here. Good night, and as always, go Bruins! God bless you all. Thank you. I forgot the raffle. 50-50. Can we go back live? Okay, we're going live. 50-50 raffle. Dan Schrader won $5,087.50. Is he here? Congratulations, Dan. $5,087.50. What? It's coming my way? It's not for me, it's for the kids. God bless you. Give them a round of applause. Woo!